Very good morning. Today is Friday and September 6th, and today is Sensex expiry. Yesterday we had a very good expiry for Nifty, especially from the seller's perspective. When I say very good, obviously it's relative. I think most of the forecast that we could make, I think that became a reality. And today we'll spend some time on Sensex and also some outlook on what's going to happen in the Nifty perspective. Hey, good morning, Anand and Varun, Kaustav, all of you, good morning. I mean, as I said, good expiry is obviously from the seller's perspective, so good is always relative. Good for someone is bad for somebody else, obviously. So, but one thing that I observed yesterday, the 50 DMA and then 200 DMA worked quite well. So I think that's definitely a good way to do that. So yesterday, I do see there is not much of a manipulation, right? So when there is no manipulation, then most of the times these indicators and the charts would work. But if somebody tries to do manipulation, then that's the place where the things would actually go into a lot of chaos. Okay, congratulations, Anand. That's great stuff. And I think the zero DT I would never recommend to anybody, though I do. I do expiry trades, but I personally do not recommend anybody because it's quite stressful if somebody is not ready, and also somebody need to be ready for the consequences, right? So it's going to be quite challenging. So on that note, let me quickly share my screen and all right. I'm sorry, I have to fall back onto the black screen because yesterday I tried white, but I couldn't really sustain for more than 5 minutes. It's quite difficult for me personally because I was a techie and I always used to have these black screens. I think that's the challenge. All right, so this is Nifty. Probably I will spend some time on Sensex today, and I'll get back to Nifty little later. Um, I will pick up the comments in a moment. Let me complete my narrative. So Sensex, it pretty much close to all-time high. So when I say all-time high, this is the all-time high, right? So which is close to 82,725. That's all-time high. But I don't think that day it really sustained that all-time high. But I would say somewhere here, probably this would have probably expired here. This also would have expired here. So technically all-time high on the paper would be 82,553 or 82,5 around that. I think 82,550. I think around that. So as of now, definitely Sensex is hovering that around that point. Yesterday it tries to breach that all-time high. I don't think it was able to really sustain. So as of now, I do have some trades on Sensex. I will probably show those trades, and also I did a very time pass trades on Nifty yesterday. That is, while the zero DT is going on, I wanted to see if there is going to be any decay on the next week expiry. But that did not happen. It actually could be the premiums actually have gone up both on the C and Ps, and I will actually show the trade very quickly. That is just a small trade, not a very big trade. But right now, I think if I go on and put, let me remove one of the indicator. All right. So if I go on and put this, let's say linear regression. So what is happening? So still the trend is upward without any doubt. And this is basically with a close to, I would think, 92% correlation, right? So right now, I think this is still below this particular line, but the expiry for Sensex is going to be on Friday 27th. So I think it is probably tracing to about 84,430. That is the most probable, but the least probable is pretty much in the zone that is in today. So I think we'll keep a close eye and then see. And there is only one item. Probably before I go with the other item, I wanted to very quickly show you the daily projection for today. Again, my own projection, because I do trade on Sensex today. I will trade on Sensex today. Probably not a big quantity, but I have one open position, right? So it actually shows a negative trend at this point of time. Whether it will sustain or not, I'm not very sure. But right now it is about 74 percent correlation. Let me look at other time frames also. So I think 40 seems to be a lot more logical. So what I'll do is I will draw a line by taking the 5 minute chart and then see what's going to happen. All right, 1 second. Okay, let me put it 325. So 325 or 330 rather. So this is on the 5 minute chart, but let me go to 45 minutes. Yeah, this is what the thing, right? So it actually shows the most probable would be 82,827. So that's the most probable. And highest is 83,200, lowest is about 82,334. Of course, if there is a gap down, some of these numbers might change. But the only challenge is usually anything about 30 minutes would not really work on a day trading. So if I have to go and then pick up 30 minutes, this is 60 and this is, I believe, 28. Let me also look at a few other. And if I look at 15, this is 74. 10 is 42 and 5 is 44. Let's look at last item. 3 is 15, and I think probably 15 is the closest that I can see. Even if I go with 15, it shows bearishness, and then it actually shows a close of about 82,158, and again not much of a movement here, but I think I will probably toggle between 80 15 and then 45 minutes. So that's what I will do. That's yeah, I think that's I'm not going to give any forecast, but then my, at least I would actually do CE only right now, at least today to start with. And then in case if there is a reversal, I will keep building the positions. And I was looking at the gift nifty, and gift nifty was negative as of now, but as the market opens, we can definitely see. And yesterday Nasdaq was positive, mainly because Nvidia, I think, is up by about 1 or 2%, and Tesla also was up yesterday. I think that those are all the two stocks really caused some positive impact, but I believe Dow Jones was negative, at least morning when I saw it. I did not check just before this particular live stream. I think that's all. Those are all that's the forecasts. I mean, I would actually mostly stay short on CE today, and as I said, if the momentum picks up, then I will probably add some PE, but otherwise I'll stay on those trades. And I will also try to do some live stream later today, if any of you are interested to do. So plan is I will probably pick up Sensex, and I will also might be doing mid cap Nifty, which is 1DTE, and or maybe I might do Nifty also. So that's a plan at this point of time. And only one caution is, I was about to say this earlier. So there is a US jobs data, which is actually, if you go here, right? So it's called non-farm payroll. It's basically the payroll you get from all the companies. That is the data. In fact, I used to work with a payroll processing company earlier. In fact, Hyderabad, we used to do for US companies. We used to see a lot of data there anyway. So this is right now, the previous one is about 114K. Those are the jobs. And then the expected is about 160K. This is very crucial. The reason is, depending on this, the Fed rate cuts would actually happen. So September, there is a plan for them to do. This is the date, right? So it's 18th September, which is Wednesday. They would take a decision on the Fed rate cut. So depending on this data, they will have some rate cuts, right? So if, let's say, if economy is good, let's say if this is actually 160K or 180K, then Fed actually go on and say that, okay, economy is really good, so let me go on and do the rate cuts today. So That's how it would happen. So let's wait for the let's wait for the data today, later today, and this will not impact today's trading session for sure. This won't impact Monday, but if any of you are doing the overnight positions, so then you need to be really be careful. And except my uh, monthly trades on Angel One, I'm not going to really probably not at any trades today, but then I will also look at the premiums and the weeks in case if they are really favorable. I might do a nifty trade on Giroda and then keep it there, but that's going to be risky, but that's all right. So I will be able to really tackle that. So before I go ahead, a lot of people are interested on the Angel, the positional trades. Let me spend some time, right? So uh, let me spend some time there. 1 second. So this is the profit so far on this particular trade, and so far I think it's about 52,000 after the taxes and other things. So I will answer chat questions in a moment. I'm still looking at the trades, right? So okay, so that's the trade at this point. These are all the positional trades that I did, and as of now 54, 52. So my target for this is about 1 lakh, and once I get it, I'll probably close this. So I will show these trades later today when you join the live trade. So that's what I will do. I think coming back to Nifty. So Nifty, these are all the trades that I have. Probably it would be fair for me to go to this one and then show. So Sensex, I have CE only trade, which is very simple. I do not have too much of a quantity. It's just 150, 200. So 200 I had put in case if there is an up move, I'll be able to get saved here. But otherwise, this is a small quantity, and I'll probably start building on this depending on the gap up or gap down. And if I make loss at the entry, I would exit everything and then take some pause and then do a fresh trade. That's the plan right now. But if it is a gap down, then I think I should be all right. But when it comes to, let's say, sorry, Nifty, as I said, this is more of a test trade. I just wanted to see how the monthly, next week expiry would work on the zero DT. So as I said, unfortunately, this did not give any money yesterday. It's in losses, but that's all right. I just want to experiment this. It's not a big quantity. I think that's all the trades perspective. And so for today, I'm actually staying bearish to flat or maybe indecisive, I would say. The reason is there is a massive news is going to coming later today evening. So probably markets will react post that. And a quick news. I think most of you have seen that Reliance, in fact, their bonus issue got approved. I don't think they are yet to announce the record date. Again, not an investment session, but generally I do track bonus and splits, and I do invest whenever there is such news. So that's usually helpful. All right, so I will stay on this, but let me take few questions here, right? So let me start from first come first served. Bhaiya, good morning. Very good morning, sir. Congratulations, Anand. I think second time congratulations. And Prabhu Shankar, very good morning. I know we spoke yesterday. I'm doing with 25 lots currently, although I have more capital. I think that's absolutely all right. So if you're working professional, do not blow up your money. I think I think my view, you are doing a great job, to be honest, Anand. Having that control is not easy, right? So somewhere you need to draw a line, the greed versus returns. So I think you are doing good. And as far as you are able to make some money, continue to do that. Do not try to put a lot of money and then lose them, right? So that's absolutely fantastic. Will this market correct in future, or will it keep trending up? Or what is your view on December, March? To be honest, I will not be able to say anything. But as of now, as I shown, right? So I go with the data. I personally do not have any personal view or bias, right? If I go with data blindly, let's say linear regression, right? So if I go with data, it is actually showing a positive trend. So I will stick to this. I mean, if you're very curious, what could be Nifty by December, right? Especially by going with this data, nothing else in the world. I'm just showing the linear regression. Again, I want to repeat, this is not my view. This is the view from the data. So if I go with, let's say, December 31st, just for the argument's sake. So this actually shows 28,000, but would that be possible? The answer could be no. But then overall, the trend seems to be quite positive, right? So this actually trend started on April 12th, and it is still continuing. And let's see, even if you take 1 week, right? So 1 week is also positive, which actually started back in 2022. This is also positive, while this is actually on the upper side. But when you have to look at on the, let's say, December, it actually showing about 25,000 or whatever. I think probably 1 week would be a lot more accurate compared to day view, because day view not necessarily will give you some good sense, right? So I think probably, yeah, my view, I always stayed bullish on the Indian markets. While I might take some trades CU only, but that doesn't mean that I'm bearish. I'm always bullish because I do have a good portfolio on the stocks, right? So um, uh, being bullish is always good, and I keep investing whenever I make some money. So that's how my view. Okay, okay, this is covered. Sir, మీరు తెలుగు person కదా కాకినాడ. Yes, sir. I am from AP Tenali, and then but then I'm living in Bangalore for many years. So I speak fluent Telugu. I read and write very well. Please answer my question. I think I already answered that question just now. So if jobs data comes slow, then market might go up expecting. No, I don't think my view. I don't think Fed would actually make many changes. If it low, might go up expecting 50 basis points and stuff. I do not know. So I can't really predict it. But I think my view, at least. Uh, I think my view, the data might be a bit in line or a bit low, but I don't think Fed is going to make drastic decision making there. Again, 25 versus 50, I don't think there's going to be much of a difference. At least this is my personal view. I might be wrong, but that's all it is. So generally, I mean, I tend to not to speculate much, right? But then we need to be ready with the eventuality in case that happens. So we should have some view, but yeah, let's see. All right, I think that's all the session for today, and I might probably, as I said, do live trading later today if the time permits. And as I said, today I will do mostly Sensex, some bit of a mid cap Nifty. Mid cap Nifty also, let's look at what's happening, right? Mid cap Nifty, okay, it's all time high again, which is quite good. 1 second. I usually follow only on the expiry day. So yeah, it's all time high as of yesterday, I think, if you're following. So yeah, again, there could be some pullback on Monday, but let's see what's going to happen. No, so I will not do BankX because Monday I burned my hands. I was doing pretty well on mid cap Nifty, and I went to BankX, and then it was unbelievably sharp. So though I ended up the day on Friday with some profits, but I felt it's not a required trade. Anyway, I'm doing Bank Nifty. The pressure that I would take on Wednesday is sufficient. I do not want to do 2 times, so I will skip BankX. I know mid cap Nifty is also a little challenging index to trade, but at least the losses that I would make there would be definitely probably a bit more less, and I'll play a bit safe there. So that's the thinking right now. And also mid cap Nifty gives some bit of a direction, right? It's already all time high, so the up move probably could be a bit limited. So versus BankX could be anywhere in the world. So if you look at the BankX, this is BankX, right? So this is somewhere in the middle of the road. So we do not know whether it's going to go up or down. But when it comes to mid cap Nifty, my view, it's a little bit easy because when you're in the top, the up move would be definitely be limited. I'll not say always, but even if I do for OTM and then do a CU only, I'll still make some money. So that's what I will do on Monday. But today also, I might probably go and then do some CE short on mid cap Nifty. That's the plan. So let me go to open interest very quickly before I forget. It's important. Sensex. All right. So Sensex, sorry, I am supposed to show open interest, right? So Sensex open interest 82,500 is obviously a good resistance, and then after that you have 83,000. So right now my position is about 82,700, somewhere here. I think there are some PEs were written here and then here, so this gives me some bit of a suspicion. This is the last PE. I mean, ideally, if I'm here, I would have been not much worried, but yeah, because some PEs were written here, I would be a bit cautious. On the bottom side, definitely 81,500. So in case if there is a gap down, I might probably sell this and then see what happens. And after this, we have one more CE, little bit of CE here, but the support is definitely at 81,000. So 81,000. So 81,500, and then perhaps 83,000. I think 2,000 points range. That's what I would probably look at it. And right now, if you look at, let's say even somebody does that strangle. Let's look at strangle. So sell, and then let's say buy, and then buy. Yeah, it shows 99% probability with 1%, which is, I think, quite good. So when the market opens, some of these numbers will change, but the trade for me looks okay because it's, as I said, 1% up and pretty much 1% down, so should be all right. Abe, so okay, all right, let me take some more questions now. Will you be answering chat questions? I did, and great to see your verified panel results. Thank you so much, PC sir. Today you will prefer mid cap? No, as I said, BankX I will not, definitely. I will not touch that. I took a oath on Monday that I will not touch at least for a month, and then let's see how it goes. Yeah, I think today I would prefer mid cap Nifty. The very reason is, as I said, it's on the top already, right? So that's the very reason, nothing else. Give some idea on mid cap, and I think I already spoke about it. And you currently work in IT. Yeah, I used to work in IT, Nokia. I think Nokia, you were from Hyderabad. That's what I remembered. And but then I quit my corporate job last week. Last Friday was my last date, and I'm working on a startup right now. So right now, I'm looking at building a product around financially independent retire early. I want to make more people to become financially independent. So that's the thinking. But yeah, I mean that would take at least a couple of months, and until such a time, I'll continue to do some trading here and there. I will show. I had shown that earlier, sorry, but I'll show that in a moment. And in this triangle, we'll have to do adjustments for, of course, yeah. So we will definitely have to do adjustments. And my positions. Let me show my positions again. So I think yeah, it's on the screen right now. So Sensex, as I said, I have shorted 82,700 CE yesterday. In fact, yesterday, if you guys watched the live trade, I started with 83,500 and I slowly moved to 83,200 and then finally 83,000. And after that, I moved to 83,800. Finally, I ended at 83,700. That's where I am right now. And I think that's all. So that's the trade. So as I said, right now, if it is a gap down and if it is falling, I would probably short put at some point of time and then see if I can make some money. If not, I will probably surveyed. In fact, I am very close to my monthly target actually, because this week is, I'll not say great, but it was okay. So I might probably do some passive trades here and there, but that's all right. Okay, this is the Nifty trade as I shown earlier, right? So again, small quantity, and then if it goes well, this is a weekly trade, so 3.6 returns. So that's the pop is about 76%, but the challenge is this is only got a 1.5% up and then down. So my thinking is because the results are done, and the only one impact that I will have is Monday morning. Either it could be a gap down or gap up depending on the US markets. But okay, I'll manage that. All right, then I think I'm trying to do some small quantity can help just for practice or seeing how can I manage it. Only help that I can do is doing the YouTube videos. So have a look at them. And Sumito Chishi, which strike is preferable for sell options? There is nothing like that, Sumito. You need to pick up depending on your risk and reward. So there is nothing like you need to pick up one strike. So typically I do for OTM, not for OTM, OTM at least. That would give me some time to think and then react. If it is at the ATM, I do not have a lot of time to do. Are you planning to carry forward mid-cap Nifty trades for Monday or will not be because of... No, I think mid-cap will have very significant impact. Sorry, mid-cap will have insignificant impact on the market, on the firm payroll. I will probably carry some trades, not full trades, but again, depending on today how it goes, sir. So I will take a call later today. So right now I can't really comment. If I'm in red today, I might probably take some risk. If I'm in green today, I might exit everything. All right. What is your monthly target and daily target, Tirupati? I'll come back. How did you get this running timestamp? Where in the right top? Okay. Oh, this is technical. This is called this is called floating clock app. It's actually I paid I think some $15 or $20, so you can buy that. It's for me it's quite useful at least on the trading time, right? I'll be able to watch the clock. I do have maybe when I get time I will also show my room. I also have the wall clocks. Wherever I turn my head, I got to see some time. So this is obviously when I look at the screen, I want to see the time. That's how it is. So just a trivia, if any of you had been to Australia, there is a Canberra, if you go to Parliament, they have a clock everywhere, right? Wherever people walk, they want to see the time. So wherever you are, you got to see the time. So very similar. I want to in my room, office room, which direction I look, I want to see the time. So all right. So okay, that's fine. So coming back to Tirupati T, I think you were from Hyderabad. That's what I remembered. So monthly, I put about 5% Tirupati on my. So a lot of people ask this question on ROI, right? So typically ROI on the selling is infinity. The reason is I do not use the cash. I use the pledge margin. So yeah, I think technically I'm not actually putting my real money, right? So that's how it is. But on that, if I get about 5%, that's absolutely great. Right now anyway, because I'm out of my full-time job, I will not get my salary, but I'll still stay with that, so that's fine. So I did not quit IT career because of trading Nokia. So maybe I would probably ping me, DM me on Twitter, right? So I did post on Twitter, which in fact when it was the last Sunday, the tweet became quite viral, got almost like 400K views, right? So I have planned to retire in 2025 December by looking at some number to meet, right? So I met that number a couple of years ago, but then still I still continue to work. The reason is I love my job, so that's the reason. And but eventually this year I felt it's time for me to step down and then give a lot of opportunities to youngsters. So that's the reason I quit the full-time IT career. That's the only reason, not for trading. If I am not doing trading also, I would have quit it completely. So nothing to do with the trading. Trading is still, it stays as a hobby for me right now. Are you doing full-time trading? Yeah, I mean, I will not say full-time trading because I also, as I said, working on a startup, right? So in the meantime, I tend to do some coding and a few other things related to the startup. So I'll not say full-time trading. So one more question: are you managing money? I manage my own money, not anybody's money. So it's all money I do my own money. So I can't manage others' money because I do not have CBI license, and I'm 40 plus. Bharat was all right. So I think there are a couple of interviews coming up in a few YouTube channels, so you get to know me a lot more better. That point of time, I know I did not come on video anytime, but very soon you got to see. So I just wanted to let you know. All right, then I think market is actually opening up. Let's okay. So let's look at what's opening. So it's negative on Nifty, but positive on Sensex, which is, I think, yeah, my view, because there is a news ahead, right? There could be a high probability that markets might stay very flat, but also we never know, right? So sometimes this could be training days as well. So we'll have to wait and then watch. And so this is pre-market anyway. Pre-market really doesn't sustain when the market opens, and so I would expect at the landing, probably this would turn to be green. And as I said, I'm not much worried. I'll, Nifty, at least I have plenty of time to manage, but I would expect this to be getting into some time decay, and then I'll get some money here. But otherwise, I think the trade, my view is going to be really, I hope, peaceful today. Let's see. All right then, and when the time permits, I will come on to the live trade. So later today, that is mainly to focus on uh, bit of a opening. Sorry, what is this small dot? I see orders are almost 30,000. If you mind to say, I did not understand that question. Okay, I did not understand the question, but that's all right. So, oh, orders. Okay, here. This was yesterday's, right? So, yeah, so I do punch a lot of orders. Yesterday, probably I would have done close to maybe 1,000 orders. So sometimes this number may not be very accurate, right? So, okay, so you have everybody's observing some things which I do not usually see. Okay, all right. So that's fine. So I usually punch almost like daily 800 to 1,000 orders. So that's my average thing. The reason is the quantities are little high because the disadvantage with my trading style is because I do OTM, I'll have to punch a lot of quantity. That's a disadvantage, but that's okay. I mean, as far as I'm making net profit, I'm okay. There is no trading style is perfect, but that's all right. Okay, then have a great remaining day. And so we have option dynamics just joined. Any questions you have, sir? I know probably joined just now, but as I said, I need to prepare myself for the trading day, so I need some 15 minutes time, and I will be back online later in the day. Have a great remaining day. Bye bye.